Right, welcome. I'm going to show you now how to make a backtrack for a guitar cover or some other cover using a Guitar Pro file as your source. So Guitar Pro files usually have one track per instrument and sometimes also one for the vocals. So what we're going to do is extract everything that's not guitar. In this case we're going to want drums and bass. So first of all, we're going to go onto the internet to find a Guitar Pro file for the song that we want to record. For this example, I'm using My Curse by Killswitch Engage. So Ultimate Guitar is an excellent site that has a lot of Guitar Pro files. So scrolling through their interactive tool, you can just go down to the bottom and select Download Guitar Pro tab. So what you will get is a file ending with GP5 or GPX or something like that, which is the Guitar Pro file. I'm going to use Tux Guitar, which is an open source free alternative for Guitar Pro. So from within Tux Guitar, we're going to open the Guitar Pro file that we just downloaded, which is this, the GPX file. As you can see, there are 8 different tracks within this file. Some of these are guitars, so this is an excellent tool actually for learning how to play the song on guitar as well. But what we don't want to do now is extract the drums and the bass, which are tracks number 5 and 8. And we want them as MIDI. Unfortunately, there's no selective track export in Tux Guitar, so we're going to have to export the whole file. So we select MIDI, and we'll do it just by selecting a folder. So now we have a MIDI file that we can import into our favorite DAW, which is, of course, Reaper. So going to Reaper, we create a track, we insert a media file, which is this one that we made. So what we see here is that we have 9 tracks. So let's just import them all and then select later which ones we want. And we'll go with the tempo that's in the file. This one has multiple items. Let's go with that. And we need to set the BPM, which for My Curse is 174. So we get the right tempo in the files. So what we have now is all of these 8 tracks. What we know is that it's 5 and 8. So the rest of them we can actually just delete. Like this. So now we have like the raw materials for the bass and for the drums. It's not going to make any sound yet because it's just MIDI. It doesn't have any instruments on it. So we need to put instruments on these tracks. The easiest is the drums because at least I don't use a lot of specific settings. So let's open out the effects, select Superior Drummer. And then we want the Metal Machine pack, of course. So basically now we have a drum track making sound. Great. So the next one is for the bass to make sound. So what I could do is just put Trillion on here, which is the bass I'm using, but I actually want a bit of nicer sound from it. So I'm going to use my go-to template, which I call Metal Bass. So it consists of actually 4 tracks. So one is the DI. So this is the source for the bass. So we're going to drag this on top of that. And then this is going to use sends. So it's going to send to each of these 3 tracks. And they in turn will send to the bass track. So the MIDI source won't actually send any sound directly to the bass track and thereby not any sound at all to the master. So it's going to go through these 3 kind of buses that we want. So the bottom part is going to provide like the low, more original sound, like the bottom end of the bass. There's a low dist that uses an overdrive pedal and a bass amplifier, along with some EQing. And there's a high dist channel that's going to use, again, an overdrive and a guitar amplifier. So why do I do this? Well, what you do want is, the bass guitar is supposed to be the bottom end of the guitars. So you want them to glue together, and just a standard bass DI signal is going to be too mellow. It's going to be too soft, and it's not going to meet up with the guitars. So what you want is a bit of the bass to be distorted as well. So with this ready, if we have the correct routing in our MIDI, this should make some kind of metal bass sound now as well. Here's a bit, another part of the song. So now we have the bass, and then we have the drums, and we'll play them together. So that's it. What we did now was just extract the MIDI files from the guitar profile. We chose the tracks that we wanted, and now we've put some nice plugins on them. So this you can use as the template for your song. And if you're really lucky, you can actually also find, sometimes you can find isolated vocal tracks, and with a little bit of time management, maybe some stretching and stuff, you can actually get it to work quite well with your extracted files. So this is what it looks like. Here we put the vocals. I've just started matching them time-wise, but you can get something like this for your backtrack.
I watch you walk away, helpless with nothing to say. I strain my eyes, hoping to see you again.
So that's it. A really nice backing track for your guitar cover, just from basically free tools, some not free instrument plugins, and a not free but really cheap digital audio workstation. So good luck with that. Subscribe to get me to make more videos. See you next time.